Now in its 9th year, this is GabNet, the Great American Broadcast Network. Talk like you've never heard it before.
Hey, hey everybody. Yeah, this is Alex. This is the Ramble, and we go until midnight tonight from New York, New York. Looking all lovely and pretty and sunny and outdoors. It's Lori Thompson.
Hey.
Hey, Lori.
How are you, lad?
How are you?
I'm good.
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah, I'm having a latte here. I ordered the pods with our lattes, and they got sweetener in them, and they've got cream in them and everything, all in one.
You mean it's a pot? It's like a packet, and it's all pre-mixed.
It goes in the Keurig, you know.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Well, that's nice because we have a Keurig. Rick makes a huge pot. He's Mr. Caffeine. But that's why, and I like Pike's Roast, Pike's Place.
That's Marjorie's favorite.
Oh, it's great, isn't it?
Well,
yeah,
I don't know. I keep away from a Starbucks. Usually, I use this coffee. It's a mocha. It's a very good mocha with double strength. But they're all out of it now at Amazon, so I can't order it. You know.
Well, the nerve. But did you see where that woman, apparently Panera Bread, which used to be St. Louis Bread Company, in St. Louis, it's still St. Louis Bread Company, but it's Panera everywhere else.
Yes.
Same logo, same everything.
Right.
But they've got a thing called Charge Lemonade.
Yes, and somebody died from it.
Yeah, well, and she had some extenuating circumstances. Yeah, so I hesitate to say.
I don't think it was the drink that if the drink had killed her, then many more people would have died from that drink. Exactly.
I think she had some pre-existing conditions that contributed to it.
Yeah, which she should have known about. You know, I mean, when you're getting charged lemonade, I mean, even though I've never heard of it before, I know what they probably mean by charged.
No, I would have thought it meant booze.
Huh?
But I mean, charged because they got this, all kinds of hopped up seltzer and.
No, you can. No, you don't have to pay for it. You can charge it. What? You know. Oh boy. So anyway, we were a little late going because I didn't you write it down that I said today was the day we were going to do it, and then you sent me a message yesterday, and I read about half of it on my watch, and I went, cool, whatever. See you. You know. Yeah.
No, I just had when we last spoke. It was a day that was really hectic because, the landlord, crapola. And so we hadn't confirmed it. And so I thought, well, I better confirm it.
Well, usually I confirm it, but because you sent me a message, I figure my reply was the confirmation.
Well, it's all good. Cause
anyway, so this happened and you, unfortunately, didn't know. So we're running a little late here,
Yes, but we're still alive and kicking.
Let me put my glasses on.
What?
Don't I look in?
Kind of a biblioteca glamour.
Well, I think I wore glasses when I did the show in San Francisco, didn't I?
I think you do. You put them on occasionally.
Yeah.
Along with, I have a picture of you and somebody gave it to you at a live broadcast, and a shit head. Like, do you remember it? I can see the picture of you still. It's a big rubber pile of shit shaped to fit your head.
Oh yeah, I remember that. Yeah. I wonder what happened to that thing. I held on to it for years.
Yeah, there are so many things that I feel that you should be able to press a button and at least find out what happened to said item.
Yeah.
Because I've got a Sweden soccer, a United Swedish soccer team from the World Cup at Stanford in '94. No idea what happened to it. there are other things that I've kept for years and years and years. Stuff I don't even need or want.
You know what I can't find now? A couple of months ago, all of a sudden I get this thing in the mail, and it's from Verizon, and it's a Wi-Fi extender. And I called them about it. I said, "What's this?" "Oh, that's part of the complimentary deal for you for going to this service or whatever." And but I didn't need it because I've got Wi-Fi extenders all over this apartment because we've got concrete walls that no signal goes through. So I've got a hardwire to other anyway. So I never installed it. And the other day I thought, maybe I'll give it a try or something, see how it works. And I can't find it. I went to all the places I would have stashed it, and I can't find it. I know it's somewhere in this apartment.
Yeah, see, that's it. It's like somewhere in a finite space, but that's why we should all have those, those those heat detectors. Yeah. And you can just wait. It's fun because you can wave it around a wild area or a forested area, and you can see how the outlines the little wildlife.
Right. Nice. So anyway, I can't find it, and I don't know where it is. And all I know is right now we have a cat staying with us again.
Oh, you do? So you're cat sitting or?
Cat sitting, yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Very nice.
And this cat lives in a 1-bedroom apartment, and so this is like summer camp for her. This place, right?
Yeah.
And she finds places to hide. Not that I think she wants to hide, but she doesn't feel totally comfortable. So when she wants to sleep, she wants to sleep someplace nobody can find her. But she's been here about 4 times now, so we know every place she hides. I mean, This is a huge place. There are a lot of places to hide for a cat.
And plus a cat could climb up the fireplace, even.
Really? I didn't know that.
Well, cats can jump 6 feet. Some of them, they're more challenging.
Not this one. She's gained a little weight. Yeah.
Jumping out on you.
Yeah, and I don't think she jumps much. But anyway, so she sleeps in all these places. I'm thinking of having her go try to find my Wi-Fi extender. Because
a little reward, like canned food for the rest of the week.
Yeah, right. We usually put the food away at 8:00 at night. We'll go till 10. Okay, all right.
Okay, we'll negotiate. What do you call that? There's a Yiddish word for it.
I knew this cat was getting comfortable here because this morning I wake up and she's looking at me. She's on the bed. She never gets on the bed, and she's looking at me.
She's feeling at home.
Well, wait a minute. And Marjorie, who's been feeding her, she's like making bread on her legs on the bed, but she's trying to wake her up. She wants breakfast.
That's fine.
Yeah.
So she is staking out her territory.
So she's very comfortable here now. In fact, she's demanding.
The least she can do is help you find your Verizon thing. You know?
Exactly. Exactly.
A little earning of the keep here.
So anyway, I'm glad I'm not dead and you're fine. You see, that shows you that you're worried about me at my age.
No.
You're waiting for that time you're supposed to call and somebody says, "I'm sorry, but last night Alex passed."
No, see, that's why I keep in touch with my friends. Like, if I didn't hear from you for a month, I would. Well, see, there needs to be a protocol for, tracing down your loved ones and seeing whether or not.
Yeah, this is what old people do. Young people never do this. You never know when you're 30. Hey, I haven't heard from Bob in a couple of days. Is he dead?
Yeah. Do you smell him? Yeah.
I mean, the only time you worry about that is when you're in the mob. At that age. So.
Well, like Emily Post was it in Antiquity used to write an etiquette column. Mm-hmm. And so there needs to be like an etiquette/protocol for us being able to check on the whereabouts and well-being of our loved one I mean, a police safety check or whatever they call it, wellness call.
Oh, yeah,
It's not that-
sure you said, but that's wasting the police department's time.
Right. So make sure you have not only your loved ones in your phone, but their spouse.
Listen, if I die, I make sure that Marjorie calls everybody. Okay.
Okay, great. Okay, great. Yeah, but I think I have her number, so I was already thinking.
I mean, we're sitting here having discussions like she goes. I said to her the other day, I said, "Do you think you're going to go before me, or am I going to go before you?" Now, this is nothing I ever considered with any other wife or girlfriend or anything like that.
Yeah.
But now it's a consideration. And
Yeah,
she said, "Yeah, why don't you make a list of all the stuff I need to know if you die, where all the stuff is?"
Yeah, the password. Yeah.
The passwords, yeah. So I it just,
Well, see, that's why my spousal unit is good at things I'm not good at, like keeping track of all that stuff. When we travel and go on.
In other words, what you're telling me is you married somebody for their responsibility.
Yes. Yes. I think I partly
That was
did.
the main thing that attracted you to him, was how responsible he was.
He was. I mean, he's so good at things that frustrate the hell out of me. And so that was very appealing.
Well, what's he good at?
Oh, he's good at fixing everything that goes wrong. He can fix it.
Okay.
Okay. He doesn't do electrical. He is good at organizing every detail of a vacation. Where we do this, it's usually paid in advance.
Oh, he's a what do you call it? He's obsessive compulsive or something.
Yes.
Yeah.
And admittedly, he admits to that. I think that he thinks he admits to it in jest. It's not jest.
Because what's his name? Spalding Gray, who we had on the show in San Francisco. I asked him about it because every time I went on a trip, I found that I was considering all the things that could go wrong in the trip.
Yes.
Like I have to meet this train at this time, and it has to get here on time. Will it get there on time? What do I do if it's not on time? Blah, 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 blah. And he'd written this book called Swimming to Cambodia, so I figure he knew something about traveling. He said, I'm the same way. He said, you know why? Yeah. He says, you know why we're that way? And I said, no, why? He said, we're control freaks.
Well,
we want to figure all the things that could possibly go wrong.
So you can troubleshoot them in advance.
So they're no surprise.
Yeah. See, that I think Ricky has that inclination to think what's going to go wrong and then head it off before it happens.
Yeah.
But you waste a lot of life thinking about negativity and not letting you flow. Sometimes you can just flow with whatever happens, and you get in that groove, and whatever happens, it may be a surprise.
But you were in Albertville with me, weren't you? Yes.
But I was in Barcelona. And so this is a good example. Coca-Cola gave us this list of things that we needed to do making the transition to Europe. And one was a converter, because they have the PAL system, and they also, that's in TV, but they also, for things like blow dryers in the 90s, used to have a converter that you had to buy. Well, I thought they meant just like, so it would fit the outlet. So I got, a regular, like 2-prong to 3-prong thing, not realizing it would wreak mayhem in their system. So 2 different times at our hotel, I blew out the entire power on our floor. You remember that?
Oh.
Because you and I...
that part I didn't remember. I'll tell you what I remember about you in Norway, in
what?
Lillehammer. Is we were watching Jeopardy in Norway, and it was in Norwegian, and you were sitting there answering the questions correctly.
Wow, I'm impressed with myself.
Do you remember that?
I do remember that now that you mentioned it, and I think it's because
it came to Final Jeopardy, and you knew the answer, and it was in Norwegian.
Well, sometimes, there are key words, and I think a lot about what words look like.
Mm-hmm.
Like somebody's name. If I met a guy named Ted Lasso, I would think in my mind, may not remember, but I would remember it's a strong consonant, an A, two other consonants, and then a vowel.
Mm-hmm.
So lasso could become gallow. So in my mind, it's like the way that I construct a little
but you were just doing it very casually. It was like, it was like you spoke Norwegian.
It was part of my practiced insouciance.
Well,
I do this all the time.
So you weren't in Albertville with me?
No, I was at sleepaway camp at that time.
Oh, I see.
Yeah. And so I think Lisa went with you to Albertville. And
yes, she did.
How is Bobby Slayton? I think of him,
I talk to him every now and then. He's okay. He's not really doing comedy anymore. He kind of quit.
Is he acting?
No, he's trying. I'm sure he'll take anything that comes along, but but he just doesn't want to do comedy, stand-up comedy anymore. He said it's just too difficult today, because of the political correctness, and because of the fact that he has all kinds of problems. He can't at colleges. They don't. He's politically incorrect.
Because he has an opinion and he's not afraid to back it up.
So he said, I don't need that crap. He said, so he hasn't been doing any comedy. Occasionally he will do it. I've heard of him occasionally doing it here and there.
Yeah.
He doesn't want to do interviews with me. I mean, he'll talk with me. I'll call him and we'll talk for a while, but he doesn't want to do an interview. He just doesn't want to be any part of show business anymore.
Well, sometimes you get to that point, and it may be because of occurrences in your life, in your private life.
No, I think it is the political correctness, because his act was based on being totally politically incorrect.
Yeah.
So if he goes out somewhere like a college, and does his act, he's going to get boos and stuff from part of the audience. So that isn't politically correct, Well, that isn't the nature of the act,
No, it's satire.
Yeah.
And satire that's so close resembles what it's spoofing.
Yeah.
The closer it is. But I agree. In fact, there should be, like YouTube, an apology channel where all the celebrities go on and apologize for what they said or didn't say.
This political correctness thing is really starting to get to me, because every day I read, I get the trades that come on, as newsletters now. And there are people like there's this one person over at CAA, which is an agency, and she wrote something about Israel, that that Israel was also having a kind of a dealing in genocide by bombing, whatever. So she wrote a tweet to that effect. Well, she was on the board of directors at CAA. She was immediately dropped from the board of directors at CAA because of the comment. Now, I
penalize people for having opinions.
Well, what it is now, like I've never been Israel positive, okay? Right. Because I judge them as a government, not as a bunch of Jews hanging out together. That's Passover, okay?
Yeah.
And so consequently, there are two things I don't like about Israel. Number one, I don't like them attaching themselves necessarily to my religion, because I am not Israeli. I have no intention of living in Israel. I was born and raised in America. I'm an American. Okay? Get used to it. All right? So I don't like it when a nation says, oh, well, we're the Jewish state. And then they start doing, they then start doing horrible stuff. And they've done some pretty horrible stuff during their history. And so, therefore, I have the right to criticize them, and everybody has the right to criticize them without being accused of being necessarily anti-Semitic. I imagine there are people who do not like Israel because they're anti-Semitic, but there are a lot of people who don't like Israel because they just don't like their politics. They think Netanyahu is a fuck, okay? And so there, you have to separate the political entity of Israel from Jews. Okay?
Yeah.
And I mean, I have people that say, how do you feel about what's happening in your homeland right now? I go, but what? I'm in America. I don't like Trump. And they go, no,
No
we mean over in Israel with the whole Hamas thing. Now, I'm very anti-Hamas. I think what Hamas did was just absolutely unconscionable. All right? But that doesn't mean I have to suddenly like the politics of Israel. So this woman, it's essentially, I read what she said and I went, you know, what's so terrible about this? Well, all of a sudden she's profusely apologizing. I apologize. My Jewish friends have told me, and they made me see the light. And what? You don't have to go through that. You shouldn't have even been taken off that board because you had an opinion.
Right.
You know, a political opinion.
Yeah, I mean, and if you're going to apologize for having such thin-skinned colleagues.
And the latest thing is one of the people she represents is Aaron Sorkin, and he just dropped her.
Oh, is he the guy on CNBC?
No, Aaron Sorkin is the guy who did
West Wing.
West Wing, yeah.
Yeah, I get him and Adam Sorkin. Is Adam Sorkin related to him?
No.
He's the guy on CNBC.
Yeah. Somebody else.
He's an interesting cat.
But anyway, Sorkin dropped her today as an agent, you know, because of what she said. I read what she said, and I couldn't see how it was horrible. You know, it wasn't pro-Hamas. There was nothing pro-Hamas there. It was all, you know, it was just Israel is acting in a way where, and it is. I mean, when you think about it, there have been 1,200 Israelis killed in this thing, okay, so far. There are almost 6,000 Gazans that have died as a result of this war. And, you know, you have to say, well, isn't that a form of genocide as well? Isn't that overkill? You know? I mean, what I think in situations like this, and I maybe it's because I just think you don't exacerbate them, is that it's a very natural reaction is revenge. Okay?
Oh, yeah.
Very natural. We all go for it. I want to get that son of a bitch. But the real art is the art of restraint, you know, and saying, well, wait a minute, if we send these bombs over there, yes, we want to kill Hamas, but at the same time, how many non-Hamas people are we going to kill to get to the few Hamas people that we are going to kill? You know, and you have to take that in consideration. And taking that in consideration, when I see pictures coming out of Gaza now of little kids being pulled out of rubble, some of them alive, some of them dead. And forget about the kids. How about the old people? How about the adults? How about the people in Gaza who don't give a damn about Hamas? They just want to live their lives and have some kind of happiness. You know, and so I just think that what she said and what she did was not all that wrong. You know?
Yeah. I mean,
and she's close to losing her job over it.
Yeah, see, when it starts to threaten your very ability to pay your mortgage, to pay your bills, that's what it's boiling down to, because via social media, a boycott of a product or a movement or anything can be organized at the drop of a hat. And so people are worried about their product being boycotted or a backlash against them. And then when you trickle that down,
I wouldn't be surprised if I get popped by YouTube for being anti-Israel politics. You know, I wouldn't be surprised. And that's the kind of, if you don't have the commonly accepted opinion these days, you get in trouble.
See, and these reactions, and they're pretty knee-jerk, are totally ignorant of context. I mean, most things, if looked at in context, you can say, well, here's a good point, and here's a good point, and you'll see that sides are not as far away from each other as they think they are.
But so I'm one of these people, and we're getting close to the end here. I'm one of these people that believes that yes, your opinion may be the wrong opinion, okay? But as long as you're in a public forum and you even have that wrong opinion, you should not be made to suffer for that opinion, because that's what freedom of speech is all about. Even if it's speech I don't like, even if it's only if it's speech that creates a danger to people,
Yes.
then I say, okay, censor it. Okay.
Yeah, but you're right. People can do that themselves. If I'm watching something I don't agree with, I mean, if it's a well presented argument for something, I'll have patience for that. But I can always just turn it off. People are tuning in, waiting for something to give them a reaction.
I was going to say, I just don't like the idea that, that we censor we try to censor what people say because it isn't the common opinion. Actually, let me just say this quickly and we got to go. But the common opinion today, okay, and what may seem right today could tomorrow be wrong. And what's wrong today, tomorrow, we could find out was right.
Right. Because...
So, I mean, it's just wrong, I think, to censor the discussion, okay? And, hey, I can tell when somebody's anti-Semitic, but I don't consider them anti-Semitic if they're criticizing the way Israel does business, okay? Mm-hmm. That's political. You're dealing with Israel on a political national level. And you're not dealing, as long as you're not dealing with them as Jews and blaming all that they do on a Jew, you see, that's what bothers me, is they so attach themselves to being Jewish that, including the Jewish, Star of David on their flag, which bothers me, by the way.
Right, because it's the co-opting of
they're co-opting my religion, and they're doing things in my name. And a lot of those things I've never considered to be proper, But anyway.
Well, and I think a lot of it is people wanting to control others' perception of them, which may or may not reflect how they really are.
Hey, listen, we got to go here, kiddo. I got things to do. So do you. Of course, we're saying that, and 5 seconds from now we'll do another recording. But anyway,
because she has a lot of that same shirt.
I love you, sweetie. Talk to you later. Bye-bye.
Now in its 9th year, this is GabNet, the Great American Broadcast Network. Talk like you've never heard it before.
Hey, everybody. How are you? Good to see you. It's Thursday, okay? It's a little Thursday edition of our program, and we invite you to call us at GabNet Live. If you want to see what how you call on Zoom, just go over to our GabNet page, which is gabnet.net, okay? And there, over on the right-hand side of the page, it says click here for Zoom, and it'll just hook you up, okay? Some of you, if I've never seen you before, I will put my face on the screen while you're trying to get on, not because I don't like you, but because I don't trust anybody who's new. I know that sounds strange. Oh, my God. Well, anyway, we have some people here, only a couple of people. Thursdays, we never can tell how many people we're going to get or not get, okay? So here we go. Admit these people, okay, and we'll see what happens here. There they go. There's Charlie Wallace. He's clicked in, and Jeffrey Stein is being asked to join, but whether he's joining or not, I have no idea. Oh, there he is. Okay. All right, there's Jeff. Hi, Jeff. Well, he's got to connect his audio. There's Pamela, her IT guy.
Just making sure we're all good here.
Yeah, there you are. You're good. Yeah, just move his camera up a little bit, his face up a little bit in his camera. There we go. And now he's perfect. Okay. Hello, Jeff. How you doing today?
Hey, 27 times.
What?
1 time's right.
Yeah, right, right. Scott Boddicker is calling. Let me just make sure, that it is Scott. So I'll just put my face on here, and here comes Scott. Is that Scott? That is Scott Boddicker. Absolutely, ladies and gentlemen, no question about it. Hello, Scott.
Hey, Alex.
How you doing?
Doing okay.
Yeah, I think your camera is a little fuzzy. It probably needs cleaning.
Nah.
No?
I'm just out of focus.
Oh, you're just out of focus. Okay.
I don't even know how to clean it. I don't even know where it is.
Yeah. Oh well.
It's filled in.
Now, how you clean it?
It's more light.
You see where there's a lens there?
No.
You don't see the lens?
Like right here?
There you go. There you go. Oh yeah. Let's see now.
Oh, that's much better. Much better.
I think I smeared it around actually.
Looks the same to me.
Yeah.
I don't know where the camera is. It's up there by the green light.
How's everything over there in what is it? You're in Plano, Texas. Still the home of Snapple?
I don't know.
Really, you don't know?
Could be.
On every bottle of Snapple, it says Plano, Texas.
Yep.
Yeah.
I haven't had a Snapple in 20 years, I don't think.
You haven't had a Snapple in 20 years. I haven't had one in maybe about 5. I think I quit them. I started out doing a lot of Snapple, and then I got hooked on Diet Coke, not Diet Coke, and then Diet Coke was supplanted by Coke Zero, which I loved, and then it was supplanted by Coke Harpo, I think, and then Coke Chico, and then Groucho, and that was the Koch brothers. The Koch brothers. It's a little joke here on my part. I just made that up right on the spot. I'm brilliant.
Boom.
Apple. Ugh.
And then I finally I went to seltzer, flavored seltzers. Okay, so I do that. And then I suddenly found this flavored seltzer I like called Ice that they had at Costco. And I started buying that like crazy and doing that like crazy, and now Costco doesn't carry it.
Yeah.
Or they stop carrying it for a while, and then they start carrying it again. And the worst thing that's happened to me, my favorite coffee that I've been using has been these coffee pods, and I'm trying to remember the name of the brand. It's but it's a double shot of coffee, okay, mocha, and it's really good. Guess what they stopped carrying at Amazon? This. And then I go to the company to see if I can buy it from them, and it looks like they've discontinued it too. Either that or they've run out of it or something. I don't know. I can't figure that out. So,
What mocha? What? Sorry, I missed the mocha something.
well, if you miss the whole thing, it's not worth repeating.
Oh, okay. A mocha enema or something. I missed it. I'm sorry.
Mocha enema. Now that sounds like a good idea, actually.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's right. You get cleaned out and you get your caffeine rush at the same time.
So today, this cat's been trying to kill me. Today, I'm particularly out of balance. My balance is terrible. It has, I think, a lot to do with my fact my ears are plugged, and I think there's something going on with my ears and so on. But anyways, I'm lightheaded. And then I do that pregabalin, and that causes me to be lightheaded. But this cat is trying to kill me. Because as we have this long hallway, and as I go to the bathroom, the cat comes out from wherever the cat's been hiding and goes, "Hi, here I am, pet me, pet my stomach. Hi, I love you. Are you feeding me food anytime soon? No? Well, then I don't love you." So, I mean, So then what I do is I then say, well, pat the kitty and tickle her tummy and stuff. And then I turn around and go to the hallway, this long hallway. And as I turn the hallway, this cat goes 100 miles an hour, taking the curve into the hallway. And right in front of me, trying to trip me. And I've taken enough falls already, in the last couple of months with various injuries to my body. I don't need a cat trying to kill me in my own home. It'd be terrible if Marjorie woke up in the morning, there I was lying dead, and the cat was going, no, don't blame me. No, it's not my fault. No, not my
He's
fault.
old.
The dog did it.
Yeah. So anyway, that was the deal. So that's the cat that's staying with us, and the cat, I don't know where the cat is right now, but sometimes, like when I do the show, the cat is standing right outside the door when I'm through.
Huh.
Yeah. You through with your show now? Yeah. Okay, come on, I want to trip you. It's just amazing.
Are you using the cane?
I try not to because I don't want to admit I need one. But, it really would do me a lot of good. Like today we took a little walk, and Marjorie's the one that flaked out first because her back started going bad on her. So we only went about like 3/4 of a mile. And, but I found that I was having trouble today too because I was kind of lightheaded. And had I had the cane, I probably would have walked fine because I would have felt security having the cane. But I don't need it because I can't walk without it. It's just that I feel more secure with it. Get what I'm saying?
Famous last words.
Huh?
Famous last words. I think I'd take it with you.
No, well, I'm saying I should take it with me.
Right.
Not I probably won't even use it. It probably won't even hit the ground. But it at least gives me the feeling of security.
Yeah, but if it prevents you from hitting the ground, then it's a good thing.
Listen to what I'm talking about. In the old days on the show, I would be talking about a date I went on last night. And now I'm talking about whether I should use the cane or not because I'm afraid of falling. And now I suddenly become that commercial that I always used to make jokes about I've fallen and I can't get up.
Yeah.
Should I get one of those things, do you think?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, you really think I'm that bad off, huh?
Well, listening to you, yeah.
I'm sorry, I don't trust this name that just came up. Let's all vote on it. Gustavo Fernandez?
No.
No.
No, Fernando, you're a phony. Okay. Let me see if I can send a message.
Actually, he's being very honest.
Yeah, really.
Gustavo Fernandez. Let me see here. Waiting room participants. Which one do I want? Yeah. Oh, okay. Waiting room participants. Let me see here. Let me just type in get lost. Yeah, also, these people should realize, well, I think Gustavo may have, get lost. Okay.
Sam, what happens is people
Probably
get on
Brian.
nude
Yeah.
and have sexual things.
Love it. Good.
She wants to join now.
Uh-huh.
Let's see here. Message. I can't get it to. Whoops. I can't get it to do that. I see. Oh, I see. What's this? No. No. I can't. Oh well, forget it. You can get lost. Let me see here. 2 people entered the waiting room. Oh, Charlene's phone. Okay, let me admit Charlene, but let me make sure it's Charlene. Okay. So we'll do this since there seem to be people trying to, screw with us tonight. Oh, there she is. She's fine. Okay, that's fine. And I will get rid of Gustavo.
Let him sit there.
Hmm?
Just let him sit there.
Well, we could let him sit there and just see how long
Yeah.
he sits there.
Your wait is 3 hours and 24 minutes. If you'd like us to call back, push 2.
Just before I came on, I watch YouTube, and I love watching Letterman clips. Letterman was endlessly funny, okay? And he was doing a top 10, and it was the top 10 things you'll never hear in Star Wars. And then they brought out all the Star Wars characters, okay? And R2-D2 says, I just had sex with an ice machine backstage. Funny stuff.
It would have been funnier if it said garbage disposal, I guess.
Oh, by the way, Gustavo went away. I guess Gustavo got the idea. Let me see here. So anyway, here we are, all assembled or disassembled. I don't know, one or the other. And anything on your mind, Charlie, tonight that,
Well, this idiot shooter up in Maine has been bugging me.
Yeah.
He's still at large. They haven't caught him yet.
Yeah, I know they haven't caught him. If he's, maybe he's smarter than the other guys have been. And that is, you do a shoot up like this, then get out of Dodge.
Yeah.
Okay, get as far away from Dodge as is humanly possible.
They found his car a ways away from Dodge.
Quite a way a ways?
I think so.
Oh,
like
okay.
20 miles away or something.
Well, that's
like that.
not way a ways,
No.
If I
What
were
do you
him,
want to do? Go to Mexico or something?
no, I would have made plans to get on an airplane immediately.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Fly to
That's the
Russia.
first
They
thing
need
they
people
shut
that
down.
can shoot.
What? What'd you say, Charlie?
That's the first thing they do is notify the airlines if they have
Oh,
a
yeah.
suspect.
No, okay.
No.
Well, then maybe I'm not the smartest. I better never go out and do mass shooting. I just wouldn't be good at it.
Mm.
Well, to begin with, I'd miss everybody I was trying to shoot, so, But, well, I bring Phil along. He could help. Yeah. So.
Yeah.
YouTube's not showing the panel, Alex.
Oh, excuse me. Of course, YouTube's not showing the panel because I have to go back to see.
So you're
Sometimes
looking for Gustavo.
we have the Gustavo situation. Hi, everybody. You can now see our panel. Okay. All right. Are you happy?
You happy?
Okay. Anyway, so we got that guy, that shooter up there. The only
I
thing.
just don't understand why people do that. Something's messed up in your life. Why you got to go kill everybody else?
Well, they say he had mental problems. Oh no kidding.
Really?
Yeah. I love how they say, I'm sorry, but we're not going to take your insanity defense. Well, you just killed 10 people. Isn't that an insane act?
Unfortunately,
That's why
they'll probably find him in the woods with a bullet in his head or something.
Probably. Yeah.
A
Unfortunately,
lot of these
'cause
guys just killed themselves.
I'd like to find out what goes through his head.
Yeah, I wish he had
That's
shot
the whole
himself
idea.
first.
A
but-
rifle round probably would.
Yeah, shoot himself first without killing all these other.
Oh, the
Right.
other people, yeah.
Right.
If you feel
Do
you
anything to hurt
feel
him.
this compulsion to kill people and you really don't want to kill them, but you feel this compulsion and you go out and you're going to go do it, why don't you kill yourself first
Yeah.
and
Put
avoid?
the rifle in your mouth, pull the trigger. If you survive, then you can go out and kill some people.
Yeah. So anyway, so that's one big piece of news. And the thing is, here we go again. Now this really, I'm getting tired of this. And I'm tired of having to talk to you about it and gripe about it. What happened to Charlene?
Oh.
Disappeared.
Anyway,
Yeah.
I never saw her on.
huh?
I didn't see her on at all.
Oh, I
but
did.
No, she was on for a while. She
She
never
was on.
said anything, but she was there.
Yeah, but anyway, what was I going to say? Oh yeah. And I gripe about this constantly, and I'm going to gripe about it again tonight. Who's doing his newscast from Maine tonight?
David Muir.
Lester Holt. Was David Muir
Oh,
doing it
yeah.
tonight too?
Yeah, David Muir was there.
Yeah, and I guess the person from CBS probably went up because
I didn't check her.
I didn't check out either of them, but I assume if you say Muir,
David was there, yes.
Yeah. So anyway, what do these people think they're doing up there? Are they going to help the situation? Can they do any better reporting on the situation than saying now we go to Bob, who is up in Maine?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's all for bragging rights, and then on top of it,
He kept showing his iPhone with, "You must still shelter in place," and he's up there ramming around.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
Get out in the open.
you must shelter in place, right?
I was hoping for the shooter to come up behind him.
I was going to say the same
Yeah,
thing.
but
as all of a sudden
anyway,
they go,
here's what happened. So they started interviewing a couple of people who were friends of or relatives of the people who got killed, and they start crying.
Yeah.
And rather than say cut, we're not gonna take advantage of this person's grief, they just zoom the camera in on them so you can see the tears. Well, I mean, what's that all about? I mean, that's horrible. That's disgusting. And they do it all the time. And is this why they sent Lester Holt up there so he could interview?
And the thing that I've noticed is it seems like if they don't get the tears, they cut the interview short.
Yeah.
Yeah,
After a couple minutes, there's no tears, and they go, "Okay, well, thank you very much."
yeah.
They
We
move
didn't.
on.
If he'd cry, we'd stick
there's
around
no-
a little longer.
Yeah, if there's no reaction, then that's let's go to commercial.
Well, I just see.
Talking to
I
him in
just
there,
don't think that it's proper for the networks to take advantage of people's grief and to exploit it.
It's getting old.
Huh? It's getting old, but they've been doing this forever.
Dishes.
I remember once. This is a true story. San Francisco Eyewitness News, Channel 7.
Yes.
Somebody had their penis cut off on a railroad track.
What?
Yes.
On purpose.
And they went and covered the story.
Oh, God.
And then they zoomed in on the penis on the railroad track. That shows you how bad these people get,
Wow. Yeah. I'll bet that hurt for a second.
Let's all guess what Brian's eating.
Oh, maybe he has
My
no audio.
dinner.
It looks like a
My dinner. I just got home.
It looks like a sandwich of some sort.
Celery root.
Celery root? Is that what it is?
Tofu.
Cheese?
Jicama.
Jicama. I knew it was something weird.
Okay.
Oof.
Wait a minute.
Oof.
Wait a minute. Hold on.
Celery
Hold on. Okay, but I did it.
And carrots.
Heck of a why not?
I
Hickam.
just got home, so
Yeah, I know.
people have to work. Some of us have to work.
Oh, you poor thing.
That's right.
I worked for a long time.
Mm-hmm.
I'm still doing
Me
this
too.
every night. What?
Oh my God. I left my laptop in Lodi, so I'm off my other laptop.
Oh, okay.
Terrible.
All you have to do is you got to get some here's what I keep around here. Hold on a second. This is what I keep around. See?
How's that?
Well, it's Windex actually, and I'll just spray it a little bit, or on a piece of. Usually, I put it on a cloth, and then I to clear it
See,
up.
my
and
wrinkles are gone.
Oh, that's good. Yeah.
I heard the people that use Windex have a side effect that makes them lightheaded when they walk. Here, I'll add that to it.
That's a callback.
Yeah, I guess. Yes.
Was
What
it?
is that, Charlene? You're holding up.
I'm eating trail mix.
Yeah.
And I had no audio before Alex. That's why I had to call back.
Oh,
I hit no audio instead of Wi-Fi allow or something.
Oh, that's really nice. Yeah. Oh, that's clean now. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think this will be a new episode of our show. What am I eating, and should I clean my lens?
And technical issues. Jeff can try to get on for a half hour. I'll try to get my camera sorted out.
Alex,
Kevin's mic goes out, you know.
Well, you know, you can put down Jeff all you want, but when it comes to a clear camera, his is about the clearest of any of us tonight.
Crystal clear.
Very
It's
clear.
too clear. Yeah.
And I've got a like, you know, the most expensive Logitech camera I can possibly be using, and I should look better than this. You know.
Yeah.
Not the Brio.
Huh? Yeah, I have the Brio. Brio. I have how many? I have 4 Brios in this house.
Oh.
Yeah. I didn't use the Brio for a while.
I'm happy with my Logitech.
Yeah, the cheap one?
That's no.
Well,
Still recommended.
$100.
E&H. I mean, Charlie and I both have the same one. He copies me. I buy it. He buys it. I bought an iPhone 14. He bought an iPhone 14. So.
Well, this thing is like a Logitech. What's it called? I forget now. Forget the name on it. Wait a minute.
Charlene wants to say something.
Yes, Charlene, go ahead.
Alex, you're hot tonight. You're on a roll. I think you've been very funny, and I'm shutting up so I don't bother your train of thought.
You like hearing about cats trying to trip me, huh? Yeah.
I had a cat try to maul me. The cat in my house did the same thing.
Mhm.
He took a dive at my foot, and he like kind of clipped me a little bit. Boy, did that hurt.
Wow. Wow.
That's why I used to hate cats. I used to hate cats because we had my friend was taking care of some guy's house, and they had a bunch of cats, and we had a big party over there, and then the cats were at my feet, like attacking my feet all night. I hated cats after that.
Oh, wow. Okay. Well, anyways, yes,
Yes,
Jeff.
yes. I have something special that maybe is competing against Charlie's T-shirts that he wears.
Oh.
But I got a college that nobody knows.
We got to stand up because we can't see it, or Laura, there we go. A Universidad Salamanca.
Sri Lanka? Is that what that's? No.
No,
Salamanca.
Salamanca.
Yeah. It's in Europe, and it's one of the oldest colleges in the world, in Europe.
Well, be a university, actually.
Yeah, it's a university.
Yeah, really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
Yeah. Well, let's see what Charlie's T-shirt says tonight.
Charlie's.
Well, that's how I roll. And then there's a diagram.
Yeah, it's got a ball rolling down an incline.
I see.
Good physics stuff.
Yeah. Not one of the funnier ones you've had, but good. Still scientific. You know. What happened now? Brian has lost his
life.
Well, no, no, that no.
Better?
No, that's horrible.
Wow.
No, what happened is, what do you?
Oh, nice.
What'd you do? Turn off your lights or something?
No, I'm on the same camera that I'm usually on, just a different laptop. But I don't know why it's so dark. Oh, it's weird. Bizarre.
Well, it doesn't matter, but don't leave your laptop at work anymore, okay?
Well, I didn't plan to, but I was in a big.
What are you using, your
It
cell phone?
wasn't so dark a little while ago.
Yeah, I switched. I'm gonna switch my camera back. Like I said.
You're gonna switch your camera back?
Yeah, back to my laptop camera like I was before.
Oh, that was fine. That's fine. That's fine. Yeah, that's the one in the laptop, and the other one was one on top, right?
Camera makes my nose look so big, though.
Maybe you need to wipe the lens again.
With your nose.
Yeah.
Yeah. But anyway, so what else? Let's see. We got this new. It's the Republicans are just asking for nothing but trouble. The newest guy they picked is a real douchebag. I mean, an amazing douchebag.
Yeah.
What can I say? I
It's
mean,
the perfect guy for them.
he was one of the guys who was trying to say it was a fake election,
Yeah.
and get it deemed to be a fake election, right? Let me just put my face on here till Ray gets on here, and we'll see that there he is. Okay, he's fine. That's Ray. All right. He also put up a slate of fake electors and things like that. I mean,
He should be in prison.
What?
Not in the house. This guy Johnson should be in prison.
Oh, he should be in prison. Yeah.
But Trump likes him, so it's okay.
Well, that's okay.
Trump likes him.
Well, because he could be a cellmate eventually, and, you know. But
That's right. They can decide who's going to get the top bunk.
Yeah.
I love it.
But I mean, it's just ridiculous. I mean, couldn't they just get somebody that was a decent human being that doesn't have this baggage? Because afterwards, when he's out in the hallways, the press is asking him questions, and they're asking him questions about his record.
Yeah.
And one of the women there said, "Shut up, don't ask questions like that."
I think McCarthy would have been a better choice than this guy.
Oh, but did you see did you see where that guy sits? He sits right in front of McCarthy. So when they announced that he won, McCarthy was behind him clapping. It was so funny.
I mean, it's just amazing that they think the future of this party are being douchebags, you know? And
they're doing a good job. Job.
Johnson is an extreme homophobe.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Oh, and he's against.
He's also a racist.
He's against abortion in all forms.
Yep.
You know.
Wants women locked up if they have an abortion.
He's a racist from Louisiana.
Yep. Yeah.
Yeah, right. And Charlie's right. He doesn't like gays.
But anytime they asked him about his record and about the questions about his record, he was told the press was told to shut up. Don't ask those kind of questions. What? Why not?
Yeah.
Hey, look who cleaned his camera. Scott,
Ray,
did you clean yours? Did you clean it, Scott?
Scott?
Yeah. Did you clean your lens?
No.
Oh, it looks
not recently.
Looks.
No,
better.
we watched him clean it at the beginning of the show.
Oh, it looks better. Looks much better. Yeah.
Let me clean it again here.
Yeah.
It looks fine.
So anyway, I just don't.
There, is that better?
Yeah, much better.
Oh, it's burning. Oh.
Yeah. I'm gonna hurt your eyes.
Oh, yeah. Oh God. Oh, there. That's better.
Oh my God.
Oh, yeah. That's better. Yeah. Well, no, wait a minute. It's worse than it was. What did you do? Have you got Tony's camera?
This is a very old MacBook Pro.
Ooh.
I mean, it's like 11 years old.
Oh, that's
so
good. That's clean. That's really nice.
That's a good picture. Are you in Plano or Iowa?
He's in Plano.
He's in Plano. He just.
Well, that explains a lot.
Yeah.
That explains it, huh?
So anyway, what else? What else is in the news? That's disgusting. That whole thing. It's vile. It's what it is, and it's not because I'm a liberal. You know, I mean, if I know what Republicans are, and I know what I can expect out of them, but there's a decency that the Republicans have had in the past. You know, they're not all douchebags, and so I'm wondering, where are the decent Republicans who are willing to stand up to this sort of thing?
Trump is the best of them all.
He is the cause of them all.
No, but he's right though. You know, not a bad idea. Right, to get him back. My judge, by the way, fined him $10,000 yesterday.
And then he walked out of court and talked shit about the judge again.
Well, about his, you know,
about the decision.
About the decision.
The guy's the guy. Trump claims he's a racist.
Well, he was complaining about the judge's assistant. Not really his assistant. It's just court. I think the title is court clerk, but she really helps him make decisions. She probably knows the law better than he does. I mean, no, because a lot of these judges have law clerks who really know the law better than they do. Sometimes the judges aren't even lawyers, so she was pretty much calling the shots in our case. And
Where do they have judges that aren't lawyers? That's a new one on me.
You don't have to be a lawyer to be a judge.
You don't have to be a lawyer.
Oh. Well, that explains a lot.
Yeah. No. I mean,
in Texas, judges are elected.
Yeah.
So anybody can run.
Yeah, I think they're. I don't know if they're elected in New York. Like, I don't know if our judge was elected here. But he was. I know her because she was part of our case, and we talked with her from time to time, and we were not that happy with her because she was pretty well pulling all the strings. But then afterwards, when the judge brought us into his quarters into his chambers a dirty old desk in a back office. It's chambers, okay? I always imagine it was like on TV where they got all these law books up there and, beautiful, beautiful desk and all that.
Smoking a pipe.
But they called us back because we settled the case and he wanted to congratulate us. And he was so nice. And she was terrific. She was just wonderful. She said, I'm so happy for you guys. She said, I'm glad this settled itself in this way. So, oh, by the way, I sent a security deposit for the rent renewal that we never really got, but just so they would have it, along with a rent renewal form that we X'd out everything on the form, and they cashed my security deposit.
That's good.
And I got a bill for this month's rent, and it's the same price it's been for the last 2 years.
Once they cash a check, they've signed the deed.
Basically,
pretty much.
Once they've signed the check, they've agreed to it.
Yeah. By the way, does the bank send you back your check?
No, not anymore.
Not anymore?
No. It's imaged. You could probably look it up on your bank account.
Oh, I see. Okay. Okay, I'll do that. But I mean, it was so that was amazing what they did to me. Now we've got to get Ray to clean off his lens. Oh no, there it is. It's clean now.
Hello.
Hello. What are you?
Hello.
What are you doing?
I'm making a burrito.
You're out of dog food?
Out of dog food? Yeah, out of dog food. Yeah.
You're making a burrito.
My dog's into my cute little dog went from acting like a puppy her whole life to old dog in a week. She has like dementia or something. She just wanders around. She can't see.
Oh, that's too bad.
It happened in about a week.
Wow.
They do that. That's crazy.
How old is the dog?
15.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
That's old for getting old for a dog.
And
Huh? What? What? Yes, Charlotte.
There's doctors who are dog doctors who
veterinarians.
Yeah, but who focus on eyes and things like that.
Yeah, really?
Yeah, well, we already had to have one of her eyes taken out, removed.
And
the other one she can't see out of anymore very much.
Okay. Well,
she can't hear very well.
All I know is I had a blind cat, and she could actually get around better than the rest of the cats.
Unless you'd move the furniture around.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Anyway.
Exciting.
Charlene's going to get some kind of like hand problem from all this holding up of her hand that she's been doing.
The puppy you.
Oh,
Alex,
yeah.
Alex,
There's my doggy.
But yes.
Oh.
Charlene.
Didn't they take a shot or try? No, they tried to attack or get into his home. Is it Robert Kennedy Jr., the Republican Kennedy? You know who I mean?
Yeah.
He's a Republican.
No, he's not Republican.
No, he's a Democrat.
He's independent.
He's independent.
Is he an independent now? Yeah.
Well, I know he's not Democrat.
You know who he's married to?
Yes.
Cheryl Hines.
Cheryl Hines.
Who's that?
She
Anybody?
played the wife on Curb Your Enthusiasm. Played the wife on Curb Your Enthusiasm.
Okay, I see.
So I think less of her now. You know. You know. I mean, come on. Robert Kennedy Jr.'s a nutcase.
Yep, that's what I think.
Man's crazy.
Insane.
He believes some weird stuff.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh, now here's how you make a burrito, right?
Yep.
Are you just frying up the innards of the burrito?
No, I fried the tortilla, and then I put the innards in, and I put it on a low heat, and I covered the pan.
I see, and then that will make the final sealed burrito.
And here it is.
Oh, let's see. Hold it up a little bit. There we go. Oh,
there you go.
And what is that? What is that red stuff there? What is that red?
That's
stuff?
tomato. That's the chopped up tomato from Costco.
I see, but that's not actually in the burrito.
No, I have it outside right now.
Yeah, right outside the burrito.
Yeah.
Then you got to wait for the thing to cool down, right?
Yeah. We have one of these stoves that are magnets that are really popular in Europe. I love this thing.
What do you mean they're magnets?
You can touch it with your hand and not burn your fingers.
Oh, you mean?
Well, it's conduction.
No, it's what do you call
or
it?
Induction.
Yeah.
Induction.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But now, how good? See, Marjorie and I love gas. Okay, we like a flame, but we don't like electric. Electric is horrible. You know.
Right.
So, but inductive or whatever this is called, I'm trying to remember now. How is that to cook with, physically?
It's great. It's like gas. It also has
you have a steel pan.
You have to have the right pans. That's the thing. You have to have pans that work with induction stoves. It has to be magnetic.
Induction, yeah, right.
Induction. And it has a setting that's power boost. It gets so hot you can't even believe it. You can boil a pot of water in like a big
but
giant pot of water in like 2 minutes.
Here's my question. My wife here has pots and pans like you wouldn't believe. Tons of them, right? You've been over here, Jeff. You know what I'm talking about. Does this mean that if we got one of those stoves, we'd have to get a whole new set of pans?
Not necessarily. It just depends on whether your pans would work on an induction stove.
Wouldn't any metal one work with an induction stove?
Katie, can you use any pan on an induction stove? Or no, it has to be one that has like a magnetic thing on the bottom.
Iron.
Yeah, iron. Yeah, and it says they usually say that they work with induction stoves.
Yeah, but I mean,
use a cast iron skillet.
Yeah,
cast iron. I don't think you can use a cast iron. Oh, you can use a cast iron. Yes,
sure
you can. Sorry, you
can't use aluminum.
Aluminum you can't use, right?
So
it has to be magnetic. It has to be able to be magnetic.
That's right.
It has to be magnetic.
Yeah, we're talking about.
No, it has to be able to.
In other words, if I had,
it has to be iron.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is, if I had, say, a magnet, right? If it sticks to this kind of pot, then I'd be fine.
Yes, if a magnet will stick to the pot, then you can use induction.
Okay. Well, you know, I think most of the stuff she's got is like either iron or steel, you know, metal.
You could not use a Pyrex glass.
That's what they were saying.
Yeah.
You can't use glass. No.
Like a giant pot of
it won't work.
Yeah. But anyway, so you know. Okay. Well, I don't. What? So anyway,
next time we come over, we'll inspect all of your plates and stuff.
Yeah, okay.
See what you are.
Be sure to do that.
Yeah. Because Pam.
Well, actually, we're
fought
seeing
for
you.
her mother.
We're seeing you this weekend.
That's right.
I was just told that today by Marjorie.
Right.
And I said, "Really? Do we have to?"
I'll wear a mask.
All you people on the West Coast, eat your hearts out because you're always getting together for lunch. And now I'm getting together with lunch with Jeff. And then next week, Albert will be here for a week.
Whoa.
Yeah. So
that's an extra.
That should be fun too. But anyway, what else is happening? I'm trying to remember what else is happening in the news.
Oh, what's happening in Israel this week? You haven't talked about who's killing him.
Yeah, it's still going on, you know,
Yeah.
and it's depressing. We watch the news at night, and Marjorie just gets distressed by it, and so do I. You know,
I don't want to look at it.
You know, I mean, listen, Hamas are douchebags. There's no question about it. They're the worst. I mean, it's horrible what they've done. And how any human being does this to another human being, I just can't imagine what...
Cutting off little kids' heads.
Yeah, but it's stuff like that, right?
Yeah.
But, you know, on the other hand, the amount of grief that is being heaped upon the Gazans...
Oh, yeah.
You know, I mean,
Palestinians?
They don't have hospitals. You know, they've all been bombed or not working or whatever. And one story I heard that was really terrible was that there are situations in which people, for instance, have lost an arm or a leg and they can't do anything about it because they don't have the medicine or the equipment to take care of it.
No electricity.
Yeah, and these are just, these are just people. These are not, this is not Hamas. And I just think that, yes, there is a definite desire to get even. There's no question about that. I understand that motive, but you've got to suppress it.
Why not do a surgical strike? Why not send the
There's no such thing as
that's
wonderful. It's wonderful that you're Monday morning quarterback, but that's not necessarily possible. Because these guys are in tunnels underneath homes of regular civilians. So what do? You bomb all the civilians to get to the tunnels?
No, that's not what I'm saying at all. Surgical, I mean, we have the Navy SEALs.
Yeah.
They don't go in and bomb everything. They get intelligence and then they go hunt them down.
When we got Osama bin Laden, we didn't blow up the whole.
Right. That's a surgical.
Didn't we kill a few other people though in that compound?
Yeah, 5 or 6, not 6,000.
Yeah. But in that case, you basically had people we were going to get anyway.
That's right.
But this is a very difficult situation.
Yeah.
And even the president is asking Netanyahu to have a certain amount of restraint in this, and to do only what he can do without killing civilians. But I mean, there are so far almost 7,000 Gazans are dead.
Yeah, wars are messy.
Crap.
I'm being serious. It sucks. It sucks. I mean, you retaliate surgically is the way you do it. I mean, you get.
Well, apparently they're not being too terribly
Well, they're
surgical.
not doing that, obviously.
Yeah.
I hope Netanyahu loses his job.
Oh, listen, I mean, even a lot of Israelis right now hate him for the way he has handled this situation. Because first of all, they claim that he knew what was going to happen.
Well, apparently Egypt warned him.
Warned him that it was going to happen, and he had every reason not to. And that reason is everybody was against him. Everybody wanted him to resign. Things were really bad. People were demonstrating against him because of the whole thing he was doing with the Supreme Court by trying to do away with the Supreme Court. And so something like this saved his ass. Because nobody's saying get the hell out of Dodge, because nobody does that while you're at war. you know. So, but Netanyahu's, you know, come on, not a nice guy, not a decent person. And it's just terrible what's happened over there. And what Hamas did, unconscionable. By the way, our latest guest on the program is a burrito. So I just want to
There it is. Yeah.
A blurry burrito. There it is. Now it's nice and clear.
yeah, there. A burrito and the human who brought him. Yeah. But anyway.
Hello.
But I don't want to talk too much about this because who knows if last night's show, which was a pretty clean show all the way around, we got demonetized.
Oh.
And then
really?
I protested it, and then they looked at it and they said you're okay. But I figured it had to do with us talking about Israel.
Probably.
You know, and the fact that now in this day and age, there are certain things you can't say. You see, I was on radio for years. You know, there were things you couldn't say. You couldn't say 4-letter words, which I always felt was stupid. Okay, 4-letter words never hurt anybody. But,
like work? Oh no.
You know, but I mean, no, but I mean, it's like some science fiction movie about you can't say the word, otherwise you'll get arrested. You know,
Right.
so I was always bothered by that, and then I come to the internet where I can do anything. You know, I was over at Sirius XM where I could say anything I wanted to, but now it turns out there are things I can't say again. You know, and what's this all about? This is supposed to be the place I could go where I could do all the stuff I couldn't do. You know, so that bothers me. You know.
So Facebook has said that they will not allow somebody like Dr. Fauci to give medical advice or how to protect yourself or something on Facebook until they say that they're qualified.
Until they, well, isn't Fauci qualified?
Of course he's qualified, but but they used him as an example. That's a poor example. There's a lot of people giving bad information on Facebook.
Constantly, you know. But nevertheless, I mean, how is Facebook, for instance, or YouTube supposed to be the people who know what is proper information and what is not proper information? Do they have a medical degree?
No, they probably have medical doctors that vet it before it goes
Look,
out.
I think it's important that if there is misinformation being put out over the internet about medical stuff like COVID, then there should be people policing that, because you don't want people, like, if somebody suddenly said use Clorox, like the president did, that you don't want people suddenly doing that. They're gonna kill themselves. Okay, so you need some kind of restraint against that. But who are the people making these decisions at YouTube and Facebook? Not doctors.
Nope.
Not doctors. Yes, Charlene.
I just want to know for my information, so maybe I don't say them. All of the George Carlin's 7 words are not allowed?
No, they're allowed.
Could you tell me which ones, or is that no good?
All of them. There are 7 of them. You know what they are, and you can say them.
But after getting demonetized, or?
Oh, I might get demonetized. I might, or I might. It might. It might put me in a position where I have to. Only certain people can, hear me or whatever. Anyway, it wouldn't keep me off the air. Let me put it that way, and it wouldn't put me in a position where they would stop letting me do my program on YouTube, for instance. But they would maybe demonetize me if we used them a lot. If I used them in any one of them in passing, okay, that's okay. It's just casual usage. I mean, I don't think they know what the rules are.
Mm-hmm.
They just suddenly made up all these rules because everybody, like I got hit for somebody on my show talking about COVID and about somebody saying something about COVID and then saying how terrible what that was, what we were saying, but they literally put a ding on me. They put a warning on me because they said that we were proposing this. But they never listened to the whole thing because what they have are these algorithms, and they go searching through the programming, all the I got this 2 years after the incident happened, okay, that they complained about it, and they have these algorithms, and so the algorithm hears that, okay, and says, "Oh, this is terrible. You've got to give him a warning." So then you can protest the warning. But then they go back and they physically listen to it. But what they hear is only that portion that the algorithm picked up, not the discussion afterwards where we said, "Isn't that horrible? Nobody should be allowed to say that sort of thing," whatever, you know. So I mean, and then once I protested it, and they then looked at it, the algorithm spit it back at them. I didn't have recourse for a second protest. It's terrible. It's really terrible. You know, when that happened, it was enough to make me just want to quit using YouTube. But you know, how am I going to get to the most people? I'm not going to get to it on a couple of other systems that I use, like Vimeo. Anybody know Vimeo?
Yeah.
Yeah, but how many of you go out and look at Vimeo to see what's on there? No.
Never.
How about YouTube? I'm going through YouTube
all
constantly.
the time.
Yeah.
Right.
Love YouTube.
Yeah, I mean, without YouTube, we wouldn't get to see people put their dick on the rail.
What?
You know, you said the guy that put his penis on the train rail.
Well, that's not on YouTube.
Oh, I don't know. It surprises me what YouTube allows.
They don't. They're kind of funny about what they allow. You know.
Like a year ago, somebody sent me a picture of this 25-year-old guy showing how to install a condom, and he was totally in the nude, totally erect.
Yes, they had that on. They had that on YouTube.
I sent it to you on YouTube. I sent it to you, and you said, "My God, yes."
That's education.
It surprised me that they allowed that.
I remember that was on, yeah. Alan talked about that.
Yeah, I mean, well, Alex looked it up too, but it was there. And I thought, God, this is horrible. Children could see this. I mean, they're going to see it someday, but I mean, it's not.
YouTube. Kids have if the parents hook up the screening stuff for the kids.
Yeah. Well, listen, we're coming towards the end of this, and how's the burrito? Is it good?
Look good.
It was really good.
Really?
It's gone?
And it's gone.
It's gone now.
It's in my stomach.
It's gone. Okay. And yeah.
Out the other end soon.
I don't know how to eat that thing. Yeah.
Anyway, let me put some music on here. You can't hear it, but I figured out why. Because you're listening to this over Zoom, and Zoom censors the music because they say it's not in copyright. But the fact is, I have the rights to the music, and that's all that should matter. You know.
Right.
Screw it. Hey, listen, it's always good to talk to you folks because you're intelligent and you're fun and you're sprightly, and I think the world of all of you, and including Scott, who doesn't call this program that often, but we like hearing from him. You know. And you don't have to be too worried about Phil being here because he normally. Oh, hey, Adrian. How are you? Yeah, the toothless Adrian.
He must be making a fortune. $20 a tooth.
Is it $20 a tooth now? Boy. Anyway, hey, listen. Thank you so much, Charlie. I appreciate it. Appreciate you, Jeff, as well. Appreciate the Scott, as I said, for being here. And you want to dance to the music? She can't hear it, can she?
No.
Here, I can put it up here. You can you hear that?
Her own kind of music.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah, she's dancing the music in her head.
Yeah, well, that's what being young is a great thing. Thank you so much, Alan. Thank you so much to Kevin. Thanks to Charlene. Thanks to Ray, and thanks to Brian and that silly little girl. that he has on screen right now, who's looking really goofy with the, when those teeth grow back in, you won't be able to do that.
Go eat it.
See?
Pretty soon.
Well, everybody, give a big wave goodbye, and I'll give a big wave goodbye to you, okay? And thank you for joining us tonight. That's our citizen panel. There'll be another one forming, like crust on a onion soup, next with Jack Bishop and the Intersection. I'll see you again tomorrow night, same time, same station in life. In the meantime, as always, if you see her, tell her I love her, okay? Bye-bye.